Hello, everybody. I'm Seth Weissman, and welcome to another episode of Safe Real Estate. Today, I want to talk about the difference between a regular homeowners association and an association that has been submitted to the Georgia Property Owners Association Act. Now, just to be clear, we are not talking about condominiums here. Instead, we are talking about purely homeowner associations. And in Georgia, there is a statute that homeowner associations can amend their legal documents to come under this law called the Georgia Property Owners Association Act. And if you come under this statute, the association has much greater legal powers than it would have if it were a regular homeowners association. And here is why that is the case. There is a state statute in Georgia that applies to homeowner associations. And what it says is the following: no change in the covenants which imposes a greater restriction on the use or development of the land will be enforced unless agreed to in writing by the owner of the affected property at the time such change is made. So what that state law is saying is that a homeowners association cannot amend its legal documents to impose a greater burden on the use of lots without the consent of each homeowner. So if a homeowner consents to an amendment, it would apply to them. But if a homeowner does not consent to an amendment, it would not apply to them. So let's say a homeowners association comes along and decides that they're going to amend their documents to prohibit leasing or severely restrict leasing. And their documents say that they can be amended by a 2/3 vote of the owners. Even if they get that 2/3 vote, based on this state law provision, that amendment would only apply to those owners who consent to the change, because clearly to say you can't lease your unit, or if there's a severe burden on leasing your unit, you are changing and making more burdensome the use of each owner's lot. So that is the standard for a normal homeowners association. So the key point for some buyers, at least, is if you're buying in a community with the homeowners association, it is worth finding out, are you subject to the Georgia Property Owners Association Act, which means that the association has much stronger legal powers, or are you merely a regular homeowners association where major changes cannot be made and made applicable to each owner unless they consent to the change? I hope this episode of Safe Real Estate has been beneficial. As always, it's great to see everybody. Please continue to tune in. Bye now.